speaker is one of my personal favorite people in the world, and is going to come up here and explain a little bit what the afternoon is going to look like. He is my personal champion of wellness, and without him, I don't know where I would be. He also is the youth project coordinator for this event, working on all the behind the scenes for months and months and months in order to make this event possible, and I could not be more proud of him. I would like to introduce my brother, Paul Irving.
Woo-hoo! Put it there.
So we didn't get an aw, though. Me and Brent's hug didn't get an aw.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, unbelievable. I want to thank everyone who stayed around for this afternoon, your participation during the day, the clapping, the energy, it's really been unbelievable. And I also want to congratulate all of our Champions of Wellness winners and our nominees, and thanks to the Canucks for being such an awesome part of that presentation. I think it's amazing that we're able to highlight some of the inspiring stories and things that youth are doing across this province. And probably my favorite part about it is the levels. You know, there's something personal, your personal wellness, sharing your personal story, but there's also supporting someone in your life or community involvement. It doesn't matter which one it is, they're all so important. They all make such a difference, and they highlight all the ways that we can make a difference. And I'm excited because this not only is the first time we're doing some breakout discussions, but I'm excited because we're getting to the most important part of the day. And that's actually the end of the day. 3 p.m. when everyone here packs up and leaves. As unbelievable in how much work goes in, unbelievable people putting in work to make this event happen, the stories you hear, the performance that you heard today, as amazing as those things are, the most important part of today is what happens when all of you go home. The most impactful part of this event is what happens when all of you go home today to your friends, to your family, to your schools, to your communities, to the people in your lives, and you take something with you. I think the Champions of Wellness are such a wonderful example of that, of the work that happens year-round. It's not about one day in February, but what happens the other 365, and that's all because of you in the audience. I'm also really excited and honored to be able to present the discussions that we're having at the end of this day because of some personal experience that I've had. I never would have imagined myself on this stage in like a million years. I never would have wanted to be on this stage when I was in high school. I've been diagnosed with major depressive disorder and acute panic disorder, but I wasn't diagnosed until I was 19, despite the fact I started getting these feelings. They were a very real part of my life when I was 12, when I was going into grade 8. But I spent my high school years putting on a mask, pretending everything was okay. By all accounts, I was a pretty average teenage kid. I went to school, I did the work I had to do, I had friends, played sports, but I didn't enjoy any of it. I spent my days hoping the feelings I was having would just end, hoping I didn't have to live like this anymore, hoping I didn't have to live anymore at all. But instead of talking about what I was going through, I would just wait for the day to end so I could go home and relax and just be myself and save up the energy to do it all again tomorrow. I was too scared to talk about it. I was too scared to find out what people thought of me. And that's the thing. I didn't grow up dreaming about being on the stage, dreaming of being surrounded by so many inspirational people doing inspirational work, surrounded by thousands of young people who somehow understand what I was going through, who are here because they want to change the very reasons I hid for so long. I didn't dream of sharing my story. I didn't dream of finally opening up and seeing how it changed the people around me, how it freed them to finally share what they were going through, how it freed me to finally be comfortable being myself again. I dreamed of making it through the day. I dreamed of someday hopefully enjoying the things I used to love. But here I am. And that's the most special part about this event. Every single person who's graced the stage has been personally touched by mental health challenges, whether that's them themselves or someone in their lives, but they found their own unique and individual way to make a difference, to change the conversation around mental health, to redefine the way the people in their lives look at someone with a mental health challenge. And we know the real change happens after this day is over because we were in your seats not that long ago. We know the difference that can be made once you leave this arena later this afternoon. Whether it's something as simple as finally reaching out for help or telling a friend you're there for them or doing something in your community, it doesn't matter. They're all important. They all have an impact. And that's why we're super excited to give this a shot, to give this a go, to have some discussions, some conversations, because we've been doing this here for 3 years, 4 years in total. And every year we get feedback. As awesome and inspiring the presentations and performances we get. Every year we find out you, the youth who are courageous enough to come here today, wanted a chance to have your voices heard, wanted a chance for you to share your ideas, to share your thoughts on how to make a difference. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be having discussions so you can do exactly that.